Got another ScrawlrBox. Hi everyone, if you're new here, my name is Sally and I'm a mixed media artist in Australia, and this is my cat Echo. So today I will be opening up and reviewing the supplies in the ScrawlrBox. I think it's the December box. ScrawlrBox is an art subscription box from the UK, which is why it takes so long to get to me because I'm in Australia, and it's a box of mystery art supplies with a zine and a prompt and all things included to get you inspired and make some art. So let's go do that. Chunky box this month. Derwent XL tinted charcoal blocks. This just fell out of the package and it is dusty. We've got a little candy, got a little sticker. Can you see that? And we've got Sea White of Brighton compressed grey tones charcoal. Cool. I haven't played with charcoal in such a long time. All right, there's our art print. This is beautiful. Look at all that movement and texture. I love this. Excuse the cockatoos screaming. Featured artist is Derek Overfield, and that is Derek's info. Oh, sick. Our surface is 10 sheets of blue paper. How fun. We've never gotten anything like this before. We've had toned paper before, but not like a blue. This is 240 GSM, so it's nice and thick. This is going to be really fun to work on. Let's open these up. Ooh, I don't know if you saw that dust. Whoa. Okay, that's why it's dusty, because one of them sort of crumbled a little bit. Let's just gently tip those out. Wow, look at how chunky this is. XL tinted charcoal ochre focus. And forest pine. Cool. So we've got some coloured charcoal, some chunky boys. We've got some dusty fingers. Look how nice that is. So we've got 12 charcoal blocks, all different grey tones. We're going to be able to make so much with these. This is a really nice size too. Awesome. And if you've been here for a while, you know I don't like pastels, but please don't ask me to explain why I like charcoal and I don't like pastels, because I can't explain it. I won't be answering that question. I don't know. I just don't. Maybe I'm fine with charcoal, because charcoal I used a lot when I was in art school, and I think it sort of has some nostalgia value. Kind of reminds me of going to life drawing class and doing big expressive charcoal drawings, which I'm going to take inspiration from. Okay, let's flick through the zine. So we've got a rundown on our supplies. Gorgeous. Feature with our artist. Look at these. So nice. Some tips on how to use our supplies. deep dive into using charcoal, behind the artwork, and sort of the steps of the process. Scrawler Gallery 110. Which one was this one? Land and Water. Oh, hi Carmel. Carmel is my internet friend. Congratulations. And our top 3. Congrats everybody. Staff Stash. Scrawler Cat. Derek Stash. Cool. And an extra abandoned artwork. Our Scrawler Challenge, Unfinished Business. Okay, sick. That's going to fit well with what the ideas I already have. I really want to make something very loose and expressive. I'm stoked about this blue paper and all these charcoal colors that we've got to try. So let's swatch everything and make something, maybe 2 things, maybe 3 things. Maybe I'll just fill up this whole pad because I'm super inspired. Let's go. Now I had some plans to do some really lovely charcoal swatching ASMR, and then the cockatoos came. I just realized that my nails match the paper. So it's been really hot at my place and I don't have air conditioning. So I usually film when the cockatoos aren't super active, but I had to film when it was the least hot in my studio. So that's why you can just hear them screeching all the way through that. But it gives you some kind of idea about what it sounds like at my house during most of the day and in the evening. And like I mentioned in the unboxing part of this video earlier, I was thinking back about art school and how I really loved using charcoal to sketch. I used charcoal to sketch on my canvases before I painted, and I also used charcoal in life drawing. So I really wanted to do something kind of loose and sketchy and undone with movement and see if I could sort of tap back into that part of my art. And it was actually really fun using this. I love these big, thick blocks. The XL blocks are compacted in a very dense format, which means that you have all the benefits of charcoal, but with less crumbling. Although in transit, the ochre block of mine did crumble, but it had a very long journey from the UK to Australia. So I don't mind. And it was only just a little bit of the edge. There's still loads of it left. I'm not stressed about that at all. And they're really lovely colors. I really liked using those. And then we've got the box of 12 grey tone charcoal, which are gorgeous. Like they look, especially with the lighter tones, there's a bright white and a black, and then everything in between. How gorgeous is the texture on that ochre? So nice. But there's so many beautiful, soft, subtle variations in the tone of these charcoal blocks. And having the blue paper is the perfect mid-tone because it's quite deep. So your light tones are going to really stand out. And I really enjoyed working on this blue paper. So the beautiful thing, me personally, I love about charcoal is seeing the texture and the sketchiness of it. I really like that you can see exactly what I sketched and where I sketched, and I'm not going to try and cover that up or erase it. Like that is part of the drawing. And I didn't even notice that I'd put my blue nails on a couple days before I filmed it until right at the end of the unboxing. And it's hard to tell in the light, but it's almost the same color blue as the paper, which is weird. And then I guess the other thing we need to talk about that's also relating to the color blue is the day after I filmed this and made these drawings, my favorite filmmaker and artist, David Lynch, passed away. Only a few days before what would have been his 79th birthday. He made one of my all-time favorite movies, Blue Velvet, and blue was a very symbolic color to David Lynch throughout all of his filmmaking. And I think a lot of people on the surface of it would think that that would be red, and his use of red, which is also very widespread, especially throughout Twin Peaks. But his use of blue was the most symbolic. And when it shows up, it sort of indicates to you that something is not of this world. And if you're familiar with any of David Lynch's movies, you know that he does not like to give you all the answers, but he does like to give you little clues every now and then. And he lets you be really free with your response to his artwork. And I love and will be forever grateful and thankful for that. And I've mentioned this just recently in a video, actually when I was doing a painting. I prefer not to have all the answers given back to me about my work. And I also don't want to give everybody the ins and outs of everything that I thought of or what it means, because I truly believe that artwork, once you unleash it onto the world, it's for everybody who is experiencing it to experience it in the way that, however, like there's no right or wrong way to respond to art or interpret it. I think that's the beautiful thing about it, whether it's music or film or visual arts. It's really, really lovely that everyone's going to bring their own ideas and their own life experience to what you make. And that's really cool. And that's something that I definitely resonated with David Lynch about. And like now that I'm talking about it, and I've just thought so heavily about him since he passed, especially, and how much he influenced me. And that's definitely something that's influenced me, is that the importance of grabbing hold of your ideas. Like that's the most important thing. Identify your ideas, hold on to them, don't let them go. But that your artwork doesn't have to have all the answers. I think that's super, super important. And I think sometimes it's easy to get stuck flipping that around. So making the answers and what it means the most important thing, when it's really the idea that's the crucial part of the artwork. And you can let everybody be free with their responses to it. I think that is such a beautiful way to approach making art. So obviously, you know, David's whole philosophy is something that is really important to me. In addition to Twin Peaks being my favorite TV show and his movies being some of my favorite movies, I think I saw Blue Velvet first, and then Wild at Heart, and then Twin Peaks was released, because I was watching Twin Peaks week to week when it was on television in my last year of high school. And I actually have a postcard somewhere still. I'll have to hunt it down. And it's a promotional postcard about the launch of Twin Peaks. And it just says Who Killed Laura Palmer with the date of the first episode airing. And I still have that. Like I was already a fan. Like I loved Blue Velvet and Wild at Heart before that, and then Twin Peaks just like solidified it. And then I saw Mulholland Drive at the movies, Lost Highway at the movies. And people do not talk about The Straight Story enough for my liking. It is a phenomenal, gut-wrenching, heartbreaking movie. And yeah, I've actually got it sitting in my Blu-ray player, and I have not felt strong enough emotionally to watch that one just yet. But very soon. It's queued up, ready to go. So yeah, very, very emotional week for me, losing one of my biggest influences. And it's really interesting to have done this artwork and have this blue the day before he passed away. You know, and I can look back at this now and I sort of feel like he's with me, and I have always felt that he's close by because, you know, I have learned so much from his philosophy of art making. So the thing about your pastels and your charcoal, you're going to want to spray that with a fixative so it doesn't stop the smudging entirely, but it does lessen it a lot. And here's the 3 illustrations that I made. Thank you for letting me talk to you a little bit about how much David Lynch meant to me and how much I learnt from his philosophy on art making. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did, and consider subscribing to the channel for more art stuff. Leave a comment for engagement for the algorithm, and I would love to know what your favorite movie from David Lynch was, and let me know if you want me to make a video doing a deep dive through his art, his movies, how they've inspired me as an artist. I think I'm gonna make it anyway, whether you tell me you want to watch it or not, because I feel like it's just like in my soul to do that. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a good day. Go watch a David Lynch movie, and I'll see you next time. Bye.